Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most heartbreaking deaths in Disney films. We won't be including characters who died and came back to life. As you can imagine, these scenes are some of the biggest plot points in their respective films, so this is your final warning for the spoilers ahead.
Elsa!
Number 20. Leslie Burke, Bridge to Terabithia. Jess Aarons is a quiet 6th grader, overlooked by his father and mistreated at school. That all changes when he meets the spirited new kid, Leslie Burke.
Those drawings you made. You really seen all those things yourself?
No, but...
The two form an unlikely bond and escape their troubles in the magic kingdom called Terabithia. They embark on many adventures until one day changes everything. After seeing her perfectly happy and carefree, Jess returns home to devastating news. Leslie died while trying to cross into their imaginary world.
I'm sorry, son.
No, you're lying.
The guilt overwhelms Jess in both realistic and disturbing ways. For a family film, this is a grim reminder of our mortality, but we expect no less from what's considered one of the saddest Disney movies of all time. Number 19. Lilo and Nani's parents, Lilo and Stitch. While on-screen deaths can be powerful, seeing how they affect the living can be just as impactful. By the time the movie begins, some time has passed since the deaths of Lilo and Nani's parents. We never get to see them, but their absence looms large.
That's us before. It was rainy and they went for a drive. What happened to yours? I hear you cry at night. Do you dream about them?
Nani is stretched thin, trying to hold down a job while also stepping into the role of parental guardian. As much as she tries, she's more of a loving sister than a guiding role model. Lilo, meanwhile, feels isolated and adrift, trying to make sense of her broken family. Their grief lingers in every scene, and it becomes even more heartbreaking when the sisters face separation.
Until we meet again.
Number 18. Henry, the Good Dinosaur. While not among Pixar's best, The Good Dinosaur has a surprisingly poignant and emotional blow. The movie begins with Henry, an Apatosaurus father, trying to teach his timid son Arlo how to be strong.
You're such a coward.
Buck!
I ain't a coward.
Although he's a bit harsh, he knows when to be compassionate, and Arlo clearly loves him for it. Their bond was odd but sincere, which makes Henry's death all the more devastating. After reassuring his son on a stormy day, the two are caught in the path of a flash flood. With no time to escape, Henry hurls Arlo to safety and is swept away in an instant. The death is shockingly abrupt, but what deepens the sorrow is the affection he showed only moments ago. Number 17. Hector Barbosa, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. This pirate captain remains a favorite among Pirates fans. Once a ruthless villain, he evolved into one of the saga's greatest heroes.
There be room for only one captain.
Ooh! Filthy beast.
Time to race the dead.
In his final appearance, he allies himself with Jack Sparrow to defeat the vengeful ghost Salazar. In the process, he learns that the brilliant astronomer Karina is his long-lost daughter. He later reveals his identity in the final battle, giving his life to save hers. The arc may be a little cliché, but Geoffrey Rush elevates the moment with warmth and sincerity. For a pirate who's always chased treasure, his final act, protecting the one thing he truly valued, felt like a perfectly tearful goodbye. Number 16. King Agnar and Queen Aduna, Frozen and Frozen 2. These movies have many hard-hitting moments. Olaf's death in particular felt sudden and gut-wrenching.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to do this next part on your own. Okay?
His calm acceptance of impending death is enough to make us cry, even if he comes back. At its heart, this series is a tale of two sisters shaped by the trauma of losing their parents. That loss is first felt in Frozen's Do You Wanna Build a Snowman, where we see just how much Anna and Elsa depended on them.
The gloves will help. See? Conceal it.
Don't feel it.
Then the tragedy deepens in Frozen 2 when the sisters find their shipwreck.
The waves are too high!
Elsa!
They learned that Agnar and Aduna died searching for a way to help Elsa control her powers. What's even sadder is that Anna and Elsa see a haunting vision of their final embrace before they drowned. Number 15. Pedro Madrigal, Encanto. At the start of the film, Mirabel's grandmother Alma tells the story of how the Madrigal family came to be. She recalls how she and her husband Pedro were forced to flee their home.
And your abuelo was lost.
The magical Encanto was born to protect them, blessing their family with extraordinary gifts. But we learn that there's a more painful truth behind the story. In a later, far more emotional flashback, we see young Alma's raw reaction to Pedro's death. Though his murder isn't shown, her grief is overwhelming. So profound that she barely notices the miracle forming around her. The scene's emotional honesty caught many viewers off guard, refusing to sanitize Alma's pain. It's powerful enough to move anyone to tears. Number 14. The Supers, The Incredibles. This moment is unique in that it doesn't focus on one death, but many. When Mr. Incredible breaks into Syndrome's lair, he uncovers an evil plan 15 years in the making. We learn that a robot has been secretly eliminating dozens of superheroes. Based on Bob's reaction, he seemed to personally know many of the victims. We don't get to meet these characters, but the revelation, underscored by Michael Giacchino's music, haunts us nonetheless. What began as a fun homage to the superhero golden age suddenly turns dark and tragic, as the implication of a mass murder hits us with an unexpected weight. Number 13. Hector Ria Coco. This Pixar film is a heartfelt tribute to Mexico's Day of the Dead. While it celebrates the beauty of the afterlife, death still plays a part in the film's most heartbreaking moments. The revelation that Hector was murdered rather than having abandoned his family is the film's emotional peak.
You walked me to the train station, but I felt a pain in my stomach. I thought it must have been something I ate.
Perhaps it was that chorizo, my friend.
Or something I drank.
For most of the story, Miguel's family believed that Hector left them and died forgotten. In truth, he was poisoned by Ernesto de la Cruz, who stole Hector's music to become famous. This shattered Hector's family, leaving him to spend decades trying to reunite with his wife and daughter Coco. While Coco's eventual death was bittersweet, the implications of her father's loss are much more impactful. Number 12. Wen Lightfoot, Onward. While this fantasy film is full of magical spells and dragons, at its core it's a road trip about two sons who want to spend time with their dad. When we first meet Ian and Barley Lightfoot, their father Wilden has long since passed. His absence is a sore subject among their family, and the tragedy only gets sadder. By the third act, Ian is able to recast a spell that resurrects Wilden for only a few moments. Although he hoped to meet his father for the first time, he lets his brother have that honor. It's a deeply moving scene, especially for those who have wished for one last conversation with someone they've lost. Number 11. General Lee's Troops and the Villagers, Mulan. In a film that doesn't have main character deaths, Mulan finds emotional weight in the horrors of war. During the upbeat A Girl Worth Fighting For number, the tone suddenly shifts when Mulan and her unit come across a burned village. There, they find that the Imperial Army has been wiped out, along with the entire village population. Among the dead is Shang's father, General Lee.
The General?
Although he had little screen time, it's clear Shang admired him and sought to earn his pride. This jarring scene is a harsh turning point for both Shang and the audience. It wouldn't have worked nearly as well if it didn't contrast with the film's lighthearted first half.
Number 10, Sitka, Brother Bear.
I said, the eagle of guidance? What does that mean? But now that I'm older, I know it's about being a leader and keeping an eye on you two.
This may not be one of the most beloved Disney films, but that doesn't mean it doesn't pack an emotional punch. Kenai, Denahi, and Sitka are three brothers living in a post-Ice Age world who have to work hard for survival.
Never try to milk a caribou.
At the beginning of the film, the siblings hunt down a bear that steals food from them, and during the combat that ensues, Sitka gives his life in order to protect his siblings.
Sitka.
It's only the fact that Sitka's spirit lives on in Brother Bear that makes this death one of the more manageable. Number 9, Kchek Tarzan. At the beginning of Tarzan, the character of Kchek actually seems more poised to be an antagonist than anything else.
It's not our kind. No, you have to take it back.
He doesn't take to Tarzan like his mate Kala does, and is reluctant to give him his respect.
You can't learn to be one of us.
Because you never give him a chance.
Give him a chance. Kala, look at him. He will never be one of us.
Until the very end, there is conflict between these two. But when Kchek is mortally shot by Clayton, it's clear that he and Tarzan have always been family. He calls Tarzan his son in his final moments, and honors him by calling him the king of the gorillas.
Take care of them. My son.
Wipe those tears away. This is only going to get worse. Number 8, Tala Moana.
When I die, I'm going to come back as one of these. Or I chose the wrong tattoo.
Moana's grandmother is one of the most important people in her life, and she gives her granddaughter much inspiration in the beginning of the film. It soon becomes clear that Grandma Tala is very sick, and despite the villagers trying everything in their power, it doesn't look like they're going to save her.
I can't leave you.
There is nowhere you could go that I won't be with you.
Despite the fact that this death doesn't even take place on screen, it's still very emotional. Like Sitka though, Tala continues to be present throughout the film as her soul takes on a different form.
I know a girl from an island. She stands apart from the crowd. She loves the sea and her people. She makes her whole family proud.
Number 7, Coral, Finding Nemo.
Shh, you're gonna wake the kids.
This opening scene is totally underrated as one of the bleakest to ever take place in a Disney film.
I like Nemo.
Nemo? Well, we'll name one Nemo, but I'd like most of them to be Marlin Jr.
Just think in a couple of days, we're gonna be parents.
Clownfish Marlin and Coral are horsing around in their reef when all of a sudden danger strikes in the form of a barracuda. Choosing to attempt to protect her eggs rather than save herself, Coral ultimately meets a grim end alongside all of her unborn children, except one. This intro serves to show how important Nemo is to his father as the only egg to survive the attack.
I promise I will never let anything happen to you. Nemo.
Pretty dark stuff for a family movie. Number 6, Tadashi Hamada, Big Hero 6.
Thanks for not giving up on me.
As one of Disney's more modern animated films, older fans may not be familiar with the story of Big Hero 6. Hiro and Tadashi Hamada lost both of their parents when they were young.
Oh, what would Mom and Dad say?
I don't know. They're gone. They died when I was 3, remember?
That's what makes it even more devastating when Tadashi, the elder of the two brothers, is suddenly killed when he runs into a burning building to save his mentor, Professor Callahan.
Someone has to help.
While his death is sudden and shocking, the even more heart-wrenching scene is when Baymax later shows Hiro footage of Tadashi in an attempt to cheer him up.
Oh, man. Wait till my brother sees you. You're gonna help so many people, buddy.
So many.
Number 5. Bing Bong, Inside Out. Anyone with a nostalgia for the wonder of childhood will surely be affected by this scene from Inside Out.
We were best friends.
Yeah, it's sad.
Considering Bing Bong is merely a figment of Riley's imagination, it's really saying something about how terribly sad this scene is that it makes it this high on our list.
Come on, Joy, one more time. I got a feeling about this one.
Bing Bong has to sacrifice himself by remaining in the memory dump, eventually fading from Riley's mind forever. Bing Bong's final words to Joy are "Take her to the moon for me," and we can't even watch this scene without getting choked up.
Take her to the moon for me. Okay?
Number 4. Ray, the Princess and the Frog. There is a reason why Disney pretty much never kills off the animal sidekicks in their animated films. It's just way too hard to bear witness to. Ray is a scrappy yet romantic firefly who helps Tiana and Prince Naveen along on their happily ever after. The scene in which he is crushed by Dr. Facilier is both totally shocking and completely devastating. You imagine that this tough little bug will bounce right back, but sadly he does not.
Evangeline, like that too.
His funeral is possibly even worse, though at least he finally gets to be with his one true love. Number 3. Bambi's Mother, Bambi.
Bambi, quick! The thicket!
Disney definitely has a thing with killing off the protagonist's parents, and 1942's Bambi may just be the originator of this trope. The entire plot of the film is based on the death of Bambi's mom, which takes place early in the story. You might remember how upsetting this was to watch as a kid, because you weren't quite used to the harsh facts of life yet. This death takes place off-screen, so it's not the moment itself that is truly awful, but rather Bambi's reaction when he realizes that his mom isn't right behind him.
Your mother can't be with you anymore.
Number 2. Mufasa, the Lion King.
We're pals, right?
Right.
And we'll always be together, right?
You knew this one was coming. What's the worst part about this death scene? Is it Mufasa desperately trying to save Simba? Is it the look in Mufasa's eyes as he sees his own brother throw him to his death?
Long live the king.
Is it Simba trying to wake his dad up after the king has fallen and crawling under his paw? Or is it Scar making Simba believe that his father's death was actually his fault?
But the king is dead. And if it weren't for you, he'd still be alive.
All of this comes together to create a scene that imprinted on our childhoods, and is still just as difficult to watch today.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Ellie, Up.
You and me, we're in a club now.
If you saw the trailers for Up before it came out in 2009, you probably went into the theater expecting a whimsical romp featuring a crotchety old man, an obnoxious kid, and a cute dog. So when this movie opened with one of the most heartbreaking montages in all of film history, you may not have been emotionally prepared. Carl and Ellie's melancholic love story, and Ellie's subsequent death, are hard to handle for adults, even more than for children. So we totally forgive you if you fast forward this one when rewatching.
Would any of these movies improve if they deleted their saddest character death? Give us your take in the comments below.
Do you want to build a snowman?